Imagine this. You walk into a room full of people. You say something. Nobody laughs. You send someone a message. They don't reply. You post something you're proud of, and almost nobody reacts. Nothing physically happened to you. You're completely safe, but somehow it hurts. Your brain starts asking questions. Did I say something stupid? Do they not like me? What did I do wrong? And sometimes one person's rejection can stay in your head for hours, maybe even days. But here's the strange part. Why? Why does your brain care so much about what one person thinks? Why can being ignored feel almost like physical pain? And why do humans spend so much of their lives trying to be accepted? The answer goes much deeper than social media, because long before likes, long before followers, long before anyone had a phone, humans already desperately wanted to belong. And for our ancestors, being rejected wasn't just embarrassing, it could be dangerous. Let's go back, way back. Imagine you're living with a small group of humans. There are no cities, no supermarkets, no hospitals, no police, no Amazon delivery. Your entire world is basically your group. They help you find food, they warn you about predators, they help protect you. They share knowledge with you, and if you're injured, they may be the only people who can help you survive. Now imagine they suddenly decide, we don't want you here anymore. That's not just awkward, that's terrifying. Because you can't just walk away and join another group. There may not be another group nearby. You can't open your phone and call someone. You can't order food. You can't go to a hotel. You're alone. And nature doesn't care that you're lonely. A predator doesn't care that you had an argument with your friends. Cold doesn't care that you're feeling rejected. So for early humans, belonging wasn't just emotional, it was survival. Over thousands of generations, humans who paid attention to their social relationships had an advantage. They noticed when someone was angry.
They noticed when they were being excluded. They noticed when they were losing someone's trust. And they learned to fix those relationships, because staying connected to the group mattered. So your brain developed something incredibly useful. It started treating social rejection as a threat, not exactly like a lion, but enough to make you pay attention. That's why after an embarrassing moment, you replay it again and again and again. Your brain isn't necessarily trying to torture you, it's trying to figure out what just happened. Did I damage my relationship with the group? How do I prevent this from happening again? And that's why one awkward conversation can occupy your mind for hours, while 10 normal conversations disappear from your memory almost instantly. Your brain is basically saying, this might be important.
Here's something even stranger. Research suggests that social rejection can activate some of the same brain systems involved in processing physical pain. That doesn't mean emotional pain is literally identical to a broken bone, but it helps explain why rejection can feel surprisingly intense. Your brain doesn't treat social experiences as meaningless information. It cares a lot. Because from an evolutionary perspective, your relationships mattered. So when someone ignores you, your brain doesn't simply say, interesting, they didn't reply. It might start saying, something is wrong. And suddenly you're checking your phone, then checking again, then wondering if they saw your message, then remembering what you said yesterday, then analyzing their last reply. And somehow, you've spent 20 minutes thinking about one sentence. That's not because you're weak, it's because your brain is extremely sensitive to social information. But rejection isn't the only thing we're afraid of. We're also afraid of looking stupid, being judged, being laughed at, being excluded, being the weird one. And this explains something strange about human behavior. Why do people sometimes change what they wear, what they say, what they post, or even what they believe just to fit in? Because humans are incredibly social creatures. When everyone around you believes something, your brain doesn't just process the information, it also notices, what happens if I disagree? Maybe nothing, but historically, disagreeing with the group could have consequences. So fitting in became valuable, and this created another powerful human instinct, social approval. Now think about a modern like. Someone taps a button. You see a little number go up.
and suddenly you feel good. But here's the crazy part. The technology is new. The feeling isn't. Our ancestors didn't have likes. They had something much more important: social signals. A smile, a nod, an invitation. Someone sharing food with you. Someone sitting next to you. Someone choosing you. These were ancient versions of "you're accepted," and your brain learned to care about those signals. Today, the signal might be red heart, thumbs up, speech balloon, or a notification. But underneath all of it, the brain may be asking the same ancient question: do they accept me?
And this is where the modern world gets interesting. Social media didn't invent our desire for approval, it amplified it. Before social media, you might know what a few dozen people thought about you. Now you can potentially receive feedback from hundreds or thousands of people. And the brain doesn't always understand that the environment has changed. It still has those ancient social instincts. So you post something, you wait, 5 likes, 10, 20, and you feel something. Then you see someone else get 10,000, and suddenly your brain starts comparing. Why are they more popular? What's wrong with me? Why didn't people like mine? You're sitting in a safe room. You're not being chased by anything. You're not starving. You're not freezing. But your brain is still doing something very old, checking your position in the social group. The problem is, your brain was designed for small groups, not millions of strangers. It was designed to notice the opinions of people around you, not an endless stream of comments. It was designed to compare you with the people in your community, not with thousands of carefully edited lives. And that's why modern social life can sometimes feel overwhelming. Your brain is using an ancient system inside a completely modern environment, and it doesn't always know when to stop. The answer isn't stop caring what anyone thinks. That's almost impossible. Humans are social. We need other people. We need connection. We need relationships. We need belonging. The goal isn't to stop caring. It's to understand why you care. The next time you feel rejected, pause for a second. Ask yourself, is something actually dangerous right now? Or is my ancient brain reacting to a modern social signal? Someone didn't text back. Someone didn't like your post. Someone disagreed with you. Someone didn't invite you. It might hurt, and that's okay, but the feeling doesn't necessarily mean you're actually being rejected by the entire world. Sometimes it's just your brain doing what it was designed to do: protect your place in the group. So why are humans so afraid of rejection? Because for most of human history, belonging mattered. Being accepted meant support, protection, food, information, connection, and being pushed away could mean the opposite. That's why even today, one person's rejection can feel much bigger than it logically should. We're carrying an ancient brain into a world that our ancestors could never have imagined. They worried about being accepted by a few dozen people around a fire. We worry about being accepted by thousands of people behind screens. Different world, same brain, same question: do I belong? And maybe that's the real reason we care so much about likes, approval, and other people's opinions. Because deep down, humans have been asking the same question for thousands of years. Not, how popular am I? But, will you let me stay?